Bee to honey. Buzzy bee. Honey is made by honeybee. People who raise bees for honey are called beekeepers. They keep bees in a container called hives. Beaker can own one or many hives. Beekeeper. A hive has several layers. When a beekeeper checks a hive, he or she wears special gloves to protect themselves from bee sting. As the air warms up in the morning, some of the honeybees start to leave their hive to look for food. The bees fly from flower to flower, searching for nectar. This bee can smell the nectar inside the purple flower. She sucks up the nectar into her honey stomach. Bee fact. Bees have two stomachs. One is for regular eating, the other known as a honey stomach. This is where a bee stores nectar to bring back to the hive. Other honeybee use some blossom as well as nectar. She collects pollen, cramming it into pollen basket on her back legs. Pollen basket. Wonderwall pollen. Pollen is a wonder made by the male part of a flower called the stamen. Bees feed pollen to their young. Honeybees are about 1/2 inch, 15 mm long. Here are some of the different parts of a honeybee. Inside the hive, the bees collect more and more nectar until it is time to fly back to the hive to unload. Bee fact. A honeybee visits between 50 and 100 flowers on each trip. Inside the hive, the bees pass the nectar from one bee to another, slowly turning it into honey. Bee fact. During the summer, honeybees feed on nectar and a little pollen. Honeybee build wax cell in flat flames inside the hive. A cell is like a little box for storing honey. A hive contains several farmers. Bee fact. A honeybee makes wax in special glands on this stomach. Honeybee stick many wax cells together to build a honeycomb to store the honey. These bees fan the honey with their wings to remove any water and make the honey thick. When the honey is ready, bees seal the cell with a wax lid. Bees feed on honey during the winter months. Before bees set off to collect nectar, a bee that has already collected some starts to dance. This dance tells the bee where to find honey full of nectar.
That was a great song. Leave goodbye.
Bee fact: honey. In her lifetime of about 40 days, a honeybee will collect enough nectar to make about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey. This bee has set off to collect nectar. She will make about 10 trips back to the hive before the end of the day. Hey, look, the honey basket. All the bees in one hive are called a colony. The queen bee controls the colony and lay eggs, which hatch into large queen bee wonderwall larvae. Many insect, amphibian, and fish lay eggs that hatch into young called larvae. Worker bee feed plant pollen to growing larvae in their wax cell. After a few weeks, the larvae become young bees. Bee fact: in the summer, a colony can grow about 50,000 bees. Collecting the honey. During the summer, honeybee usually makes so much honey that beekeeper can collect some to keep the bees calm while the hive is open. Beekeeper puff smoke from a smoker into the hive. This frame of honeycomb is full of honey. The beekeeper will take it home to extract the honey. First, the beekeeper uses a tool to scrape off the wax lids made by the bees. Then the beekeeper puts the honeycomb frame into a spinner. Spinning the honeycomb makes the honey run out. The honey flow out of the spinner and through a sieve to watch any bit of wax. Sometimes honey is heated to keep it runny. The beekeeper pours the honey into jar and the honey is ready to eat. Bee fact: honeybee must collect nectar from about 2 million flowers to make 1/16 454 gram jar of honey. The importance of bees, as well as making honeybee, help plants make seed and fruit while collecting nectar, pollen, and pollen. Pollen grain gets stuck to a bee hairy body. Some of this pollen brush off on the female part of the next flower. The bees visit. This is called pollination. All sorts of plants are pollination by bees, and other insects made of these plants grow the fruit and vegetable. What we like to eat without bees, less plants would grow, and we could face a shortage of food. Runner bee. So that's a runner bee. Wonderworld. Pollination. Pollination takes place when the male part pollen of one flower reach the female part of another, allowing it to make seeds or fruit. The end.